man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx from a while, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow from Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Most exciting man in boxing. Man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellow Sports TV.
Hey, Steven, man, you really believe that stuff? Oh, man, come on. You really believe that stuff you be saying?
All right, man, let's talk about Joseph Parker getting a victory over Dereck Chisora, convincing victory over Dereck Chisora today in Manchester. Unanimous decision. And I think he had like 3 knockdowns in this fight. I know somebody said 2 21 minutes ago. I think people on Twitter say 2, but I thought it was 3 knockdowns. Yeah, he was 4th and down. Yeah, all right, he was down he got dropped in the 1st. I mean the 4th, Dereck Chisora, he got dropped in the 7th. In the 8th, and you had the scorecards of 114, 112, 115, 111, 115, 110, and I think the white guy won before. The first fight was a split decision victory for Joseph Parker, where a lot of people said that they thought Dereck Chisora won. I think I had the short Chisora probably winning that fight, but it was close. But it was a classic fight, bro, for the heavyweight division in this era. It was a pure classic, and we were saying on Twitter that it was a classic, but like I said before, man, I think Joseph Parker, he proved a few things today that he actually got hard. He actually could willing to take a shot. He could take a body shot. He could take a head shot. Chisora just proved that he lived up to the name War. He could have easily been counted out several times in this fight. Okay, he easily could have been counted out. But he kept on trucking. He kept on doing his thug thizzle. He kept doing his thing, and credit to him. A lot of these guys have these nicknames that they don't have to live up to. They can be like, my name is Marcus Don't Quit Johnson. As soon as he get hit with a quick shot, he quit. You see what I'm saying, bro? But check out the Fire Reaction playlist. Those are the videos. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I probably have a review in the morning when we do reviews. It's just basically everything that happened after the fight or some things that's being said after the fight. So yeah, happy with the result. I thought I had missed it because I had to make a run. I was like, man, I'm probably gonna miss this fight, man. That's what I said to myself. I said, I'm probably gonna miss it. But just like last night with the Better BF, then I took a quick nap and I woke up and it was 11. I'm like, man, I missed the Better BF fight. That's what I said to myself. I said, man, I missed the Better BF fight. And I didn't end up missing it. Started like an hour later, I guess. I worked out today, too. When I got home where I was at, it was like, man, the Better BF. I mean, the Parker and Chisora fight just had started. I'm like, bet. You feel me? I'm like, bet. I'm in work. But what happened was Joseph Parker, his hand speed, he held his ground more this fight. He held his ground more, man. He held his ground like a man. He proved that he could take some good body shots, some good head shots. That's been a question about Joseph Parker. Can he take it to the head? You know what I'm saying? That's been a huge question. Do we have dog? Do we have heart? And I was just thinking before this fight started, or right when it started, I said he would remind you of the opposite of Deontay. Got all the skills, but we don't know if he got the heart or the intangibles. And Wilder got the heart and the tangible, don't have all the skills, but they both great athletes. Joseph Parker got great size and great athletic ability, bro. And then I'm just saying, like, man, if this kid can show that he got some heart, he may be ready to challenge for another title or time eliminator. Him and Joseph Parker make a bunch of sense. I'll talk about that tomorrow at the end of this video. But that make a ton of sense. But today he proved that, he held his ground more. You know what I'm saying? When he threw his jab, it was beautiful, for him. The 1-2, then coming back with an uppercut, or 1-2 coming back with a hook, or hooking and spinning off Dereck Chisora. It was beautiful tonight, man. His hand speed was great. The uppercut was working for him. The one thing that he didn't do that he should have done was he should have been putting water in the bank. He should have been putting body shots in there, and hard body shots and shoe shining to the body. Should have been dropping that uppercut to the body, and that would have dropped Chisora's hands. He had plenty of time to close it out. Chisora, when he got dropped, he could go to the corner and, a hurt snake is a dangerous snake, and he would throw this desperation overhand left, overhand right. But then one time he's about to get stopped, and he started throwing, and the referee couldn't jump in and stop him. But Parker, Parker should have kept throwing. Parker should have been going to the body. That's the voice. That's the advance. I mean, that's the advice that Andy Lee should have been giving him. You know what I'm saying? He should be going. He should have been going to the body. He should have been shoe signing to the body. And then when he would have went to the body, he could have came up with the uppercut, and came back with the left hook, because Chisora hands was gonna be dropped down. Chisora chin was it flying up in the air? Yeah, but even when he tucked his chin, he didn't tuck it onto his chest. When he tucked it, he got hit with them uppercuts. Parker just didn't finish him. And that's part of the issue with Parker. That people say, Parker don't have that fire in his heart or his chest. Today he showed a lot of fortitude. He showed a lot of mental fortitude, showed a lot of heart, but he continued to show that there's questions about his ability to finish a fight. That's what he showed tonight. He showed that there's been some issues about him finishing fights. And does he have that burning fire? But he answered, do we have balls? He answered that. Do we have fire in his heart? He answered that. Do we have mental and physical fortitude? He answered that. Now, he just got to answer the question, can he finish? And the finish was right there if he would have went to the body and attacked the body. But then, is the finish more about his inability to finish, or is more about the lack of IQ to finish? And I think it's more about the lack of IQ. He should have been throwing hard shots to the body. That would have opened up the middle for the uppercut, or that opened up the middle for the uppercut, left hook, uppercut, or just a left hook. You know what I'm saying? Double up that left to the back, head to the body. But Chisora went to the body, and that's what got Joseph Parker tired, not just the pace. Chisora went to the body, and Parker showed a lot of toughness going to the body. But Chisora's issue was he was walking in without a jab. That was his biggest issue. When he threw jab, it helped him survive. Threw the jab to the body, kept making Joseph Parker reset. You know what I'm saying? When Dereck Chisora threw jabs, he gave Joseph Parker problems, but he didn't throw the jab until he started getting in trouble. He started getting dropped. He started getting outpointed. He threw the jab out of being desperate, out of desperation, and he was probably like, damn, if I used this jab the whole time, I'll probably be winning this fight. He damn right. His game plan was straight. You know what I'm saying? He just was walking in without throwing the jab. When he threw the jab up and down, and gave Parker problems, but that was his issue. He didn't keep the jab going. Had he kept the jab going, anything he wanted to do in this world, that ring, he could have done it. Anything he wanted to do, he could have done it. Then he just would have to double it up and just, worked off of that. But his problem was he didn't throw the jab until he was about to go. And Parker's problem was he didn't go to the body, and that was pretty much why neither one of them didn't. Why Parker didn't finish the fight, why Chisora didn't win the fight or make it a closer fight. He left his jab at the home, and people saying, well, it's time for Chisora to retire. Well, that's up to Chisora. You don't want to see nobody not get really retired. Like, well, Muhammad Ali didn't retire after the Holmes fight, but you don't really see nobody get retired in the ring. I think that Eddie Hearn should line up him a good winnable fight. He should go out on a shield. I mean, he should go out with a win. You know what I'm saying? But, physically, he still look good, but you don't want to be in the ring and get retired. You want to be able to retire on your own time. But, that's it. That is what it is. But, Parker need to watch this tape and see what he didn't do. And what he didn't do was he didn't go to that body. And that would have finished, and that would have changed his whole complexion of his demand. Now you ask for him, what should he want to do? And obviously Usyk, AJ, and Fury all tied up right now. Dillian White possibly all tied up. With him, if I can talk, if I was him, if I could talk and take a fight, if I can get Wilder, why not? Or Andy Ruiz for a title eliminator or interim fight. I want interim title for WBC, but what I think he'd do, he'd kind of wait for things to clear out. He'd take a stay busy fight and then see where Usyk and AJ is and Fury and White is, and then he'll probably take another type of fight. But if I was him, I'd take like the Michael Hunter type of fight, my second fight of 2022 after like a tune up, and then maybe I look to take on the Ruiz Charles Martin winner or Wilder or something like that. Maybe that might be the case. But if I delay the game plan out for him, I'll let him go ahead and get a nice little soft touch. Then, I'll probably put him in there with like Michael Hunter, Charles Martin, Luis Ortiz, or Andy Ruiz, and then the third fight, I see what's happening with the titles, and I put myself in their position. If Fury or Usyk or whoever win it, and they in position to drop the belts late this year or next year, or Fury retired, then I try to put myself in line to get a title with Joe Joyce or line up and unify with Joe Joyce to get a title. That'd probably be the game plan for him. But pure classic today for this generation in the heavyweight division. It was a classic. And classics are really, it's not, classics sometimes are not defined, and most of the time are not defined by skill level, defined about the heart and fortitude and the kahunas of the two fighters, right? Or one fighter. And it just wasn't one of those classic where it was a one side beat. And Chisora, made it competitive. What made it look not competitive in the scorecard department was the knockdowns. But he was able to get up, and that's why scorecards and win or lose don't tell the whole story. Nobody stock drops in this fight. But I do think maybe Chisora want to win before he retires and going on top. But he still like he got something left. He got something left in the tank. But for Joseph Parker, it's probably time to try to go out there and get a title fight. Obviously, got to wait and see what happens with White Fury versus Usyk and AJ, or White versus Fury and AJ. I mean, or White versus AJ and Usyk winner. But yeah, he have to wait and see. But yeah, Parker put himself right in the mix. And I think a good fight for Martin down the stretch next year is probably Andy Ruiz or Charles Martin, or Andy Ruiz too, by the way. I know they did fight. I thought Ruiz won the first fight. And I think Ruiz will welcome that if he's healthy from the knee surgery, or Charles Martin Ortiz winner. And then, I think if Fury won all the belts, he may defend them. I think he may drop them. If Usyk won all the belts, I think Usyk probably will go ahead and want to fight Deontay Wilder and have that big classic fight in America. Wilder continues on. Yeah, Usyk won all the belts. I don't think Usyk. If AJ won all the belts, I don't think AJ would mind a Joseph Parker 2 fight. There was some controversy about how the referee didn't let Parker work on the inside. But we'll see. But congratulations, Joseph Parker, won a unanimous decision. Check out the fight reaction playlist. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, on my social media description. Want to reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all links there. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description, all my links there. Appreciate the people who donate to the channel, help the channel keep going. Check out the heavyweight boxing playlist too. But rest of the donate, comment, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Best subscribe button, it's a bell icon button, hit all notifications. Appreciate the love, support. One time for